Hi, welcome to my edible garden. I'm going to show you around, show you what you can do in a small section, and you can do quite vigorous planting. Here we start, this is blueberry, and right by it here, this is not too much space, is an almond, and the trick is to get them on dwarf rootstocks, and it's a beautiful looking tree. This particular variety is Garden Prince Dwarf. You can pick them up relatively cheap. I've used some lettuces to go around the bottom just to enhance the planting. And in the corner there is a lemonade lemon. The lemons tend to like it near the bricks in the corner. The heat, although there's not an awful lot of sun, the heat helps to provide a good home. And here beside the almond is a feijoa. It's absolutely chocked full of lovely flowers. They almost look like pukawa flowers. Now the feijoa tree, that brand is unique. So another tip that I can give is, if you've got a small garden, when you're looking at fruit trees, always ensure that the fruit trees are self-fertile so that you can reduce the number required. And here is a gooseberry, so that'll fill up that space nicely. And in amongst my geraniums here, I have potatoes, and I have little pumpkins that you can't really see, but they'll come out and they'll trail. They look quite pretty. And here beside the gooseberry is a pear tree. This is a cool pear actually, because it's Sweet Johnny. It's between an Asian and a European one, so sort of between an apple and a pear, and so it's meant to be crispy, but it's also a dwarf tree. So as I said, always looking for dwarf tree. And here's something different, old-fashioned maybe, that people probably don't often see. This is a pomegranate fruit tree here, so that provides some nice colour. And here is an apple tree. You can see it's abundant at the moment with apples. It's absolutely chocked. Another tip that I'd give is always prune them so that you're looking for the shoot that's facing down, because you don't want the tree shooting up to the sky where you're not going to be able to reach the fruit. There's really no benefit to that at all. So you can see from here how I've got my planting. They're all in a row here. They look uniform, they look quite nice. And I've got lots of colour around the outer edge border to enhance the look. And here is a plum tree, and it's on a dwarf stock as well. And I've utilised the space, got a cranberry down here. And this particular one here is a Hawera one, and it's a dwarf tree, so it's not going to get terribly big. And beside it I have a feijoa, another feijoa. This is a younger one, a smaller one, but again a unique. So it's self-fertile. All the trees are self-fertile. And this is one that you may or may not have heard of. It has berries on it at the moment. It's a Worcester berry. Yeah, it's not something probably commonly heard of, but the tag's gone. But yeah, quite a good wee bush there too. They've quite sharp thorns. Here's another cranberry. And these are pillar apple trees. I don't know why more people don't have them, because all they do is grow straight up in the air, about 2.5 meters, and you can shape them to go into an arch, which is inevitably what I'm going to do. But these ones here, they don't branch out, so you can have the smallest space possible, and you can definitely have these trees. So here's the tag here. It's a ballerina columnar apple tree. So highly recommended. And as you'll see, look, it's absolutely abundant with apples, absolutely abundant. So I've got it here so that architecturally it looks presentable, one on each side. You can see the tree formation goes all the way around the house. I think it looks quite pretty, so it's good if you're starting off landscaping. And here again the Collamer apples, and so there's 2 on each side, evenly spaced, and on the opposite side. And look, again, it's absolutely abundant with apples. It's great. And here is a nectarine, and this is, again, it's self-fertile, as they all are. This one's Nectar Babe Dwarf, and underneath here is a red gooseberry. It's just starting off. I accidentally walked over it, to be honest. And this one here is a peach. That one's called Garden Lady. I remember the name because I thought it was quite funny when I got it. And I've got a little veggie garden where I've got things popping up all over the place. And I've got the currants growing where the pillars are. I've got a different colour currant growing up the pillar. And here is an apricot tree. And again, it's on a dwarf rootstock. And this one's called Garden Annie, and it's dwarfing. So you absolutely want those with a small section. And again, it's self-fertile. And here is another gooseberry. I used to have gooseberries when I was a kid, so I thought that would be quite a cool thing to have. And as for fertiliser, I'm big on using horse poo actually. I think it's quite good, and lots of blood and bone. And here is a guava tree. This is a yellow cherry guava, and it's got lots of buds coming up. And this is a cherry, and it's on a dwarf stock too. And it's a compact Stella dwarf, and I've heard of people hanging bottles and things to their trees, but I recommend actually pruning them so that they face down. And here is an orange tree. It's got lots of little baby oranges that are about to appear on there, which is quite cool. And along the fence line, I've got another wee currant. That one's a white currant, and alongside the fence here I'm growing a kiwi fruit, a hairy kiwi fruit. So obviously you need the male and the female plant, and that's going to grow all the way along here. I'll grow it. I've got I don't know if you can see it, but I've got a wire line all the way along the pillar, and it's going to travel along there to keep it nice and tidy and compact. I like to let my things go to seed as well. Like this here was a radish, you'd never know, but that's the radish seeds there. So quite amazing actually, that one radish, it gets huge like a bush. And this is silver beet, and I've never seen it go to flower, so my first time I'll experience seeing that go to flower, which will be quite cool. Anyway, that's down there. You can see how I've planted the plants going down. Everything's sort of relatively evenly spaced, and it's all compact, so it all looks really good. And now this is a bird bath I got, but it was cracked due to the earthquakes, and that's fine because absolutely perfect for planting. And here, this is incredible edibles. This is an orange berry, so it has absolutely thornless. There's no thorns at all. Kind of looks like a catmint plant, like a spreading vine. It's like creates ground cover, but you need the roots to be tight. So this is absolutely perfect for it, and it's flourished. You can see it's absolutely full of flowers. It is a slow fruiter though, can take a long time to fruit, so I'll just be patient with that one. And over here are my strawberries. I got complimented today actually about how huge my strawberries are and about how amazing they are. I've got them in a raised box, and what my husband told me to do actually was to get ice cream containers, cut out the bottom of the ice cream containers, put 4 plants inside the ice cream container. You put horse poo, and which is what I use frequently, and as you can see it certainly has results, and lots of blood and bone. And I'll get bowls and bowls of the strawberries. So it's red strawberries on there already, and it doesn't take much looking to find more. It's absolutely great. I can get about 15 strawberries a day, which is amazing. It's great. And I've fitted in another apple tree right here, so it's a sneaky one here again on a dwarf stock. This one here is called Blush Babe. It's a dwarf apple, so it's not going to grow too big, so it's not going to annoy my neighbours, which is good. You don't want that. And along here on my brickwork here, I've made my own trellis, which is pretty cheap. You can get the lengths from Bunnings in New Zealand for 90 cents a metre, which is pretty fair price. And this is a goji berry that I have growing up here. It's in flower already, so I'm really excited. I've never tried the fruit, so that'd be really cool. And right beside it here I have another vine. This one here is passion fruit, and it has passion fruit flower already out here. They are absolutely stunning, and it actually has fruit on it already. So if you can see this, yeah, the fruit's on there already, so that's really cool. And up here is another vine that you may not have heard of. It's a cocktail kiwi fruit. This kiwi fruit, you can eat the skin and you can eat the whole kiwi fruit. It can take 5 years to fruit, but I fed it lots of horse poo. I actually did give them potash too. All the trees I have fed them potash, so that's something that I thought actually also helped. And amazing, I have fruit, and it's only been in here for 1 year, so it's really exciting. This only baby fruit, you can see it's quite different, but apparently the inside of the kiwi fruit is the same as an ordinary kiwi fruit, except for it's like a grape. You can eat the skin and everything, and my husband's made this frame to grow it up on, which is really cool. And the passion fruit's on the other side. And then here, over here, I have a Mayer lemon tree, only because they're probably one of the most amazing lemons. And here is a kaffir lime. Great, you can use the leaves in your cooking, and also the limes. And here is a mandarin. It's looking rather sick, I must say. I've transplanted it, but it's still full of fruit. And this is a tangerello. And here is my grape. This is a purple grape. It's been so vigorous. I've just grown it along my fence line. I'm not an expert at all at growing grapes. In fact, this is my first time in growing them. But you can do absolutely anything you want, from what I've seen. This particular grape is called Schuyler or something, S-C-H-U-Y-L-E-R. It's quite hard to pronounce actually. Oh, and this is my mint. This is an old bath. It was a shub, half bath, half a seat, I guess. It has a seat and a bath, and my mint has done so well in there. So you can use absolutely anything, but this is a grape. It just keeps going. It just truly does. It's absolutely amazing. And then here, where my shed is, I have another grape growing up here. And that, what's drying out, that's bok choy seed. I let my bok choy go to seed, so that's what that is. And this grape here is a green grape, and it's called Moore's Diamond. And this grape here is going to be trained so that it goes all the way down my fence line. So I haven't quite got there yet, and I've got rosemary in the garden. So, and in my flower garden, all through my flower garden, I have parsley, because it's absolutely great. It's a great cover, it stops weeds, and what a wonderful herb to have. And you can use it for so many things. In winter, soups is just great. Well, I'll give you a last look around my garden so you can just see how everything's been planted. I have wild array of flowers in my flower garden, and swan plant, and as you can see, the caterpillars absolutely love it because it's completely bare, and there's still a caterpillar on there. And there's a leaf over here that I'm sure they will eat for sure. And even my lilies, one is almost